Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited for today's video. It's in line with all of the college videos that I'm going to be making over the next, I guess, like month and a half, because today is currently March 23rd and I graduate on May 21st. My last day of school is May 9th. So I don't have that much time left to be making college content basically. And like I said in my last video, which is kind of like 10 things I wish I knew about college before I came to college, which I will link up here. But in that video I talked about how I feel like, as a senior, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of like what to recommend and advice and that sort of thing. So for this particular video today, I'm going to be talking about, I have 7 things. They're kind of like random, like home, not decor, but like dorm room related things, but it's 7 things that I think every college student should have in their dorm room, especially as a freshman. I went ridiculously crazy. I don't think I was as crazy as a lot of people I feel like I see or used to see on YouTube when I would obsessively watch like dorm tour, dorm hall videos. But I do think that I brought a decent amount to my college freshman dorm. The dorms are obviously very small, so you have to be somewhat selective about what you bring. I personally, as a freshman, if you're interested in BU, lived in Warren Towers, which I do highly recommend as a freshman. I feel like it's a very good freshman experience. And West Campus, despite the fact that I'm living in it now, like scared the absolute crap out of me. As a freshman, West Campus is notoriously like where all the athletes and stuff live. It just wasn't really my vibe. I'm very glad I lived in Warren, but obviously the dorms are actually mini. Most of them are doubles. I lived in a double. They're super, super small. But I still think that there are a few things that you should definitely make sure to bring, and I'm gonna get into those now. So the first thing that I would recommend bringing is a humidifier. This is because, first of all, and I wish I had this as a freshman. I wish I have had it my entire life. I got it this year though, specifically because my room in our apartment is kind of annoying. I feel like it gets the most of the heat from the heating system, and then the room itself feels very, very dry. And for me specifically, it wasn't just a sickness thing. I know a lot of people get them as like for sickness prevention, which I think is also great. But for me, I get at least once every winter like a terrible cough, and I've gotten it the past several years in college, and it drives me insane. Like I can't fall asleep because I am like coughing so much. It's not bronchitis or anything. It's literally just because the room is dry. So I got this humidifier to try to prevent that because I was starting to get the cough again in like November, December. And I bought this humidifier and I did not have my seasonal cough. And something about that is just like, or not something about it, like obviously that's fantastic. So I highly recommend getting a humidifier. Mine's off of Amazon. Anything that I talk about that I can link, I will link down below. I can actually grab it for you guys. Hold on. It's currently running. Maybe I won't because it's plugged in. Maybe I won't because it's plugged in and it would just be such a hassle to unplug. It's like looped through my desk. But I will link it down below. I don't remember it being like too expensive. Like I think somewhere in the $30 to $40 range is what I would assume. So, and it's on Amazon Prime. I'm obsessed with it. I have it going literally all day, every day, and I love it. And I wish I had had it as a freshman because I think that that would have prevented a lot of sickness related issues. My next thing that I would highly recommend is I get very warm. I run warm. Well, for the most part, I have like really a hard time like regulating the temperature of my body. Like I'm either so freaking cold, like right now I'm freezing, or I am so hot. And so another thing that I literally did not get till this last semester, actually that's not true. I had one as a freshman. That's not true. I lied. I had one as a freshman, and honestly, maybe I even brought it to my sophomore year apartment, but I haven't had one for the past bit. I didn't have one this year, and that is a personal fan. I have one. I can bring him. Hold on. I had a cute one my freshman year, or not super cute, but it was black and it's like a little bit nicer looking. But this one gets really good reviews and it's super cheap. It's the Honeywell something. I don't know. I'll link it down below. I think I got it off either Amazon or Target. It might have been Target actually. But she's powerful. She's great. I have it running literally every single night because I've learned that I cannot sleep without a fan. I just like need the fan. Also, like I was saying before, my room gets so freaking warm. So the rooms on that side of our apartment are freezing and the rooms on this side are really, really warm. And so it's hard. Obviously we have central AC and heat, but we can't turn it down that much for our rooms because then their rooms are freezing. So I decided to just take matters into my own hands and get myself a fan, which I would highly recommend having, especially if you're a warm sleeper. Yes, you need a fan. This is kind of a tip and also recommendation. So in my freshman year dorm, like obviously, and in even my apartment now, which if you're curious about my apartment, I can also link my dorm tour that I did. But the bed is raised a bit and I keep stuff underneath my bed. And I did the same thing with my freshman year dorm bed because obviously I wanted to maximize the storage in there because you don't have a ton of room. And so I put on bed risers. If you get a traditional twin XL comforter, if you drape it over your bed, it doesn't cover the bottom. So I know people use like bed skirts and stuff to block the view of all the like stuff under your bed. But if you get a queen comforter and drape it over your bed, it covers all the things underneath and you can't see, and I think it looks really nice. And obviously then you don't have to buy like a bed skirt and stuff. So I literally brought we had an extra duvet at home, so I brought my one from home for my queen bed at home and then just put a different comforter cover on it or duvet cover on it, and it covers the entire underneath of my bed. And I've been using it since freshman year and have just put like various duvet covers on it. But it's so nice because it covers everything, like I said, and then you can't see like all the mess that's underneath your bed. And also I think it's more comfortable to sleep in. Like it's just more blanket. You know what I mean? Like more comforter, like hugging myself, but it's very nice. Next two things are also bed related. The first one is an extra set of bed sheets. So I have an extra one here with me. I've had it since freshman year. I bought 2 sets when I moved in to my freshman year dorm. Now that I'm thinking about it, well, I was gonna say I need new sheets. I will be moving out very soon, so I will be getting new sheets. But yeah, I have washed them, of course, many times, but I've used the same sheets since freshman year, the same 2 pairs, or 2 sets. But yeah, it's nice so that you can switch them out without having to like depend on the laundry and that sort of thing. I think it's just nice to have like an extra set. Oh my God, I like cannot say SHs today. No, but it's not an SH. I'm pronouncing every S as an SH. There we go. I also think it's nice to have extra sets of pillowcases, or extra pillowcases in general. So yeah, I have those so I can just switch them out, especially for pillowcases, because obviously if they get dirty, or maybe not obviously, but if they get dirty, the bacteria can cause breakouts and that sort of thing. So an extra set to switch them out. My next thing, which I also have that I can show you guys, she's a little bit dirty because she attracts like fuzz, but that is a boyfriend pillow or a husband pillow. People call it different things. I think that these are fantastic because in a dorm, your bed kind of doubles as a couch situation or like a seating area almost. And a lot of times you'll have friends and like they're also sitting on your bed with you. And so I just think that this is nice to just like prop up against. I literally use it every single day. I will later today, after I film this video, we'll be working from home in my bed and we'll be leaning up against this. I think it's just a great thing to have. I had one of these in my room at home, but I don't think they're super common to have, like, I don't know, in most people's bedroom. But I think for college, it's really, really nice to have something like this that you can then like double as kind of like a backrest, armrest situation. Mine is from Target. It's like fluffy and Sherpa, but this one does, I will say. I've had a couple of different ones, so this one really attracts like lint and stuff like that. So, and like hair, there's so much of my hair on this thing. Anyways, okay, moving on. So the next thing that I recommend having is, honestly, this is kind of basic. Like I feel like most people would know to do this, but Tupperware. I think it's really, really nice to have, but you might forget to because you're eating in the dining hall and that sort of thing. But I think everyone needs to bring Tupperware. You will be surprised, even if you're living in a dorm and you have your entire like meal plan and that sort of thing, and like almost all your meals are at the dining hall, how often Tupperware is nice. Also, at least at BU, honestly, you have to be like slightly sneaky about it. No one really cares. You could bring your Tupperware in and just fill it up. Like we have like goldfish dispensers and like, I don't know. Honestly, you could just fill it up with food. You could do whatever you want. So I think it's also nice for that. If you, I don't know, want food for later, want snacks, that sort of thing. It's also nice for like leftovers. Also, I don't know, like random things. Like if you have snacks in your room, if you want to make food in your microwave, that sort of thing. I think Tupperwares are really, really nice to have handy. And then the last thing that I recommend having is a small safe. So I've had a couple different ones. I had one that I don't even know if it's with me, so I don't know if I can pull it out to show you. I think I left it at home, but I hope I can find it on Amazon because it's super cool. It's disguised as a dictionary, and honestly, it does look like a book. It looks cool. And I had it in basically we had bookshelves in our freshman year dorm, and so I had it like with all my books, and it looked like a dictionary, but it was actually a lockbox. Now I will say the thing with that, I think I actually have I in fact do not have the key on my keys, so I don't know where the key is. I don't use the lockbox anymore, so it's okay. But there was just like a key and I kept it on my key ring. So it's not super protected. Obviously anyone could grab your keys and unlock the lockbox. But I put like my passport and I don't actually know what else I had in there. But if you have like, I don't know, jewelry, that sort of thing, even like electronics that you want to lock up, I think it's really great to have that, especially if you have your passport or like, I don't know, your social security card or something like that. I think something like that's really, really nice. Also, if you have like some cash that you don't want to keep in your wallet, whatever. So things that you would use a safe for. I think that one of those is really, really nice. And those like disguised ones are pretty cheap on Amazon. I'll link one down below. And then my mom also got me one. I don't know where she got it from. If I find out, I'll link it down below. But she got me one when I was studying abroad. And it's like a little lockbox. Honestly, I don't like super highly recommend it because it barely fit my passport, so it like wasn't as wide as I wanted it to be, but it had an actual lock on it, and also it had almost like a cord that you could like wrap around things so that people couldn't take it, which was nice. I brought it literally everywhere. Was it necessary? Maybe not, but I brought it everywhere when we traveled abroad. And I would keep like my passport and that sort of thing in there, and like cash on hand and that sort of thing. So I think that that's nice to have, just to make sure you're protecting your stuff, because you never know. I know like a lot of dorms, people just like keep their doors open and also like keep it unlocked, that sort of thing. And so it's just nice to have an extra layer of protection. I'm like overly protective. I just try to be quite careful with stuff like that, because obviously it'd be a nightmare for your passport to be stolen and that sort of thing. So, or cash, you know. So that's just like another thing that I recommend having. And I think that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was like obviously like very superficial things, but I still think that they're great things to have in your dorm. And as far as I'm concerned, essentials at this point, especially the humidifier. I will like die on that hill. That thing is one of the best purchases I have ever made. It has like actually changed my life. I think my quality of sleep is so much better, and just the air feels different in here, which makes sense. That's the whole thing that it's doing, but it's just so nice to have that. So yeah, those are the things I recommend, especially for freshmen. And yeah, if you guys have any more college video recommendations, definitely let me know, and I will be filming more videos. I'm honestly not doing anything that exciting till this next week, but starting this next week, I plan on vlogging and stuff like that, which I think will be really fun. So yes, I'm excited to share the rest of my senior year with you guys. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.